Hello and welcome to a new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin, and on our show we talk about a variety of subjects.
Yes, a very variety, but so I mean, if you want to get notifications, hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to shoot us any ideas, if you want to shoot us any stories, anything like that to get read on, whatever. You can email us at cktalkaboutnothing@gmail.com, or you can tweet us at CoreyKevin1.
Yeah. Should use a special hashtag when you tweet us.
Yeah, what is that?
Hashtag embrace the nothing.
Embrace the nothing. I like it.
Yes. Also, if you tuned in last episode, you found out that we're affiliated with Triumph Chairs.
Yes, sir.
But if you didn't, and you want to get that discount code again, it's CKTAN Triumph. And that gets you a 10% discount on TriumphChairs.com.
Sweet.
It's sweet.
Yeah, they have some really nice chairs on there. I'm
mulling over the decision.
Yeah, for sure.
So on our previous episode, we talked about our top 5 favorite comedy movies.
Yeah,
and that was a whole lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was a lot of fun. It was actually a
torturous,
great time.
Man. It was torturous.
I know. But see, I was a little bit different before we got started. I made sure I just put the list together, and I didn't care anymore. I didn't have choices. I didn't have anything. I made my mind up, and that was it. That was bottom line. So
yeah, I should have.
Yeah.
I went to bed and was like, these were the choices, and I think I made all right decisions. But
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think they're all
know.
really good decisions for you, but at the same time, your mind is all over the place. I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah. So at another point in time, we'll have to add on to our top 5. Maybe finish out the top 10.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like it. I like it. There's a lot of movies out there that make me laugh. That's on my list, anyways. But
exactly.
I had to
for days.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. So that's why I had to make my decision. So I'm ready though. I'm ready for it. So.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Yeah.
So what's crazy is by the time this episode airs, it's going to be very close to the fall equinox already. Summer is right on.
I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? I'm excited for the next season coming up. I do enjoy the next season, but I hate the season after that one. I'm just saying. I don't like the cold.
We went for a family walk this evening, and wow, really,
it's a change.
Really enjoyed not sweating my face off going for a simple walk.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but I mean, at the same time, though, I mean, wouldn't you rather have that weather than having to wear, drive through snow and.
Winter. Now I'm a hermit anyways, so winter just kind of gives me an extra excuse to. Hey, you want to come over? Ooh, are the roads treacherous?
Yeah, absolutely. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, right?
No, I actually love driving through the snow. To be honest,
really?
I've always loved driving through the snow.
You're always that weirdo.
What's that?
You always been that weirdo.
I remember one time specifically pulling into the Timber Top Apartments. I was driving my Wrangler.
Yeah.
And I pulled in, and there was snow that dusted, the parking lot or whatever. And I pulled in, and we kind of did a little bit of a spin in the snow. And I was like, oh, that settles it. We're going back out. We're gonna hit a parking lot. Because I'm getting the itch to let's get some spins going,
Yeah, for sure,
and
absolutely.
She's like, no, if you want me to be heavy, no, you're not gonna do that.
So you guys didn't go?
No, she didn't like it.
You probably should have hit me up, man.
Yeah, right.
I would have been ready.
Yeah, right. All right, fine. I'll drop you off. We'll go pick Corey up. Yeah. We're hitting the parking lot.
Yep, we're in. That's funny.
But no, I definitely love. Obviously, we've talked about it. And we do love fall. It's winter becomes a bit of a bore.
Well, for sure. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, don't be wrong. I do love the fall season. I think it's really nice to look at. The temperatures are better. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. like I said, it almost starts the winter depression. You know what I mean? Because like it's like you're like it's coming, so you just have a light sense of it beforehand. You know?
Yeah, it
just
almost feels like fall moves at an accelerated rate too. You
yes,
know, like
absolutely,
it definitely seems to move to winter.
Because I think because I think like you're like that's the thing that you don't want to come. You know, you don't want fall to come. You know, summertime is something I think you just sit back and enjoy. Like the entire time you just enjoy it. Well, yeah. So I just think every moment you get to enjoy outside. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still goes fast, but that's just life. Life goes fast.
You know, there's a pretty cool new technological device that's actually gonna make this winter better though.
What's that?
Oh, that's PlayStation 5.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that
is
PlayStation
very
5.
true.
So by the time this podcast airs, everybody should know, but November 12th.
Yes,
That's when.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's actually
That is,
real big. Going from like when the heck is this thing coming out to like November 12th.
yeah,
Okay.
it's, like right now. Yeah, absolutely. I know it's crazy. And the thing is. I was super pumped for it, but it caught me off guard how fast it came. Like, that's the thing. So like the way it came, and then just how the whole situation happened, I'm a little bit upset because I'm just gonna go real quick to the cosmetics of this system.
You don't like them?
Beautiful.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I love it.
Yes, I'm telling you, it looks so awesome. I mean, it is sweet.
Now I'm trying to negotiate real estate on the TV stand, right? So the TV's on the wall, but I want it at least for the first week to be standing up to give me the V for the 5. You know, like
Oh yeah.
after that it could go to that laying down position where it fits, but it should be it should be up for at least the first week. So I'm negotiating that.
Okay, all right. I would.
Otherwise, it's just a game console that sits on top of.
Yeah, that's so fun. That's true. Yeah, it's sitting in its hole.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean, though. It is like
Yeah.
I mean, see, my cousin is an Xbox guy, so he talked a lot of smack, until the system came out and things have changed a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he does like it. I mean, he's still sticking with the same thing, and he's still saying that.
I tell you that Xbox just looks so uninspired. It just looks like a box you just sit there. I mean, I get that's what a console is, but
yes,
man,
I mean they want real original.
5.
I know, that's the thing, and I think that both companies went in the opposite direction. But I think so. They were actually saying. So I read this. Actually, was it either Reddit or I was watching like a video on it. But they're actually projecting PlayStation 5 sales are going to triple the new Xbox sales in general, actually, which I thought was actually crazy because I thought a lot of like the competitions and things were actually Xbox based, honestly. I really, really did think that. And then later on, I think it might have been like, I follow a couple people on Snapchat, like sports things and things like that. And then on there, somebody was talking about how, because it was like just PlayStation things and, you know what I mean? So like, I guarantee yesterday and tonight that they're going to be blown up with the release dates and the pre-orders and, you know what I mean? Everything along those lines. I haven't seen that yet. But, you know, like that's what I was, when they were saying they're going to like triple. But then like it was the next night or the night after that when they started talking about it. And they said that maybe not triple, but they're definitely going to sell out Xbox this console than they ever have been before, which I thought was crazy.
It's right on par though. PlayStation 4 did the same thing with the Xbox One.
I mean, yeah. See, maybe just people in my life.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Because I also think at the time I don't really exactly remember, but I think PlayStation was actually available in more countries as well than Xbox. Okay. So there's going to be variations worldwide, I think, with going into sales. But yeah, the PlayStation 4, I'm pretty sure outsold the Xbox One for a very long time. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. That's crazy. I never realized that. And I have to say, just once again, my next personal opinion on this thing. I have not seen the interface of it yet, like the home screen of the PlayStation 5. I hope that it's a little bit faster than the PlayStation 4.
Oh man, it has to be.
If it's
So,
not faster, I am going to be truly
oh,
upset.
dude,
I'm just
I
saying.
will. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Some of the PlayStation 4 menu screens when you try to load something up, it's like waiting for Windows 95 to load up.
And say if you
It's
try playing a game and then go back and send somebody a message, so
or just join the chat.
yes,
Joining the
it's
chat,
ridiculous.
it takes 20 minutes, and then you're like, well, I don't even want to play anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, I am so aggravated
Yeah.
that this is what's happening every single time.
And it's crazy
So
because
annoying.
we've all updated our hard drives to the
Oh, yeah.
speedier,
Yep.
whatever. And I'll
Yep.
tell you, the menus have just gotten worse and worse.
Yes, and because the thing is too is like with so we got the bigger hard drives and the nicer hard drives, right, for everything. But at the same time, like I have not gone game crazy by any means. I have not purchased, I mean, a lot of games, you know.
Right.
So I don't even. I'm not. I probably have not even a third of the memories filled up. So it can't be the memory being bogged down. It can't
Right,
be anything like that. I mean,
exactly,
it just
exactly.
can't be that. I will have to say though, I did take my PlayStation to my brother's house, and I didn't realize this thing got a little dusty.
Dusty,
Okay.
yeah.
So all of a sudden, so I take it over there, and I put it in my bag, and when I took it out, because I have like a nice like carry bag for a laptop, and it actually slides right in that same spot. My
Nice.
PS4 does. So then, so I pulled it out, and it just left dust marks. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And I pull it over, and he's like, "Hey, do you want the air can?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I went to the garage, and I sprayed out. I got quite a bit out, and I mean, it looks perfect. And then we got those legs too.
It's
that
like
are
the number one killer, man.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I never realized it. I wonder if that's why like my PlayStation was actually like. There's been times where I'm playing a game and it just literally shut down. System error.
Well,
Error
yeah,
code,
if it
you know.
overheats, I mean, dust is like one of the number one reasons for overheating. So
Gotcha. And it hasn't done it. It has not. I mean, did not do that very often. You know, what I mean, I think it was like literally just random things. You know, it only ever reset itself one time, and then other than that, you know what I mean. It's like shut me out of games. I don't know if it's the game or if it's the system. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. I just don't know. I don't care to look up the error code. I'm literally just gonna play. If it doesn't do it again, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's all. I just move on with life. So
well, so the nice thing, getting back to like the long menu screens and everything. So now everything is SSD, solid state.
okay.
So instead of a physical platter spinning up and down, read and write, you know what I mean? So if it's not
Yeah.
being used, it spins down. If it starts, it starts seeking data, it's got to spin up. So you have delays and all of that.
Okay.
And they try to build like redundancies in the program so that like they can account for that. But obviously, you get stuck with some pretty awful load times. Well, so what they were saying was Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man game, Miles Morales, he that loads in less than a second.
Wow.
I don't know if you watched any of their preview stuff, but Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game before, but the way this game interacted, I was like, I would play that game. So the cool thing is like rifts open up, like these portals to other worlds, other lands, and when you jump through them, you're just in that level. There's no loading. There's no nothing. It's all seamless. You just jump and you're now in there. You don't have to like jump in, loading screen, and now you're in there. It's just, it was incredible how quick some of this stuff is. I mean,
Yeah. I'll have to watch some more of the videos and stuff. I mean, 'cause I've watched some of them. I mean, don't be wrong. I mean, you know, just sometimes, you know, I'm more infatuated with everything else in the video besides paying attention to small details like that. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. You know, I'm worried about like the graphics and you know, so like my eyes were all everywhere.
That's
else,
another
so.
thing too. The graphics, man.
Oh, it's gonna be insane.
Including ray tracing. I mean, the PlayStation 5 is going to be compatible up to 8K. So
that's impressive.
it's really an impressive machine. I definitely think I might get the VR for this one whenever that comes out.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah. I mean, I think the VRs are really. I mean, I think the virtual reality is awesome. I think the games are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I've watched like just just a side note again, but I've watched so many America's Funniest Home Videos of failed
people like
VRs.
falling down.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny, man! I have laughed
That's funny.
hysterically. Oh, it's so good. Somebody even like put like contraptions around them to kind of like hold them
Oh,
into
yeah,
place
yeah,
a little bit.
keep
So like,
'em- yeah.
still free movement, but then somehow it was a scary one, and somehow the guy like he must have just literally got focused in, but he was like leaning this way, and then something came out, something happened over here, and he took off and running this way, like he was like legit running from whatever was coming at him. Broke the screen, broke the harness. The dude fell over.
Wow.
He like woke up, was like bloody elbows and stuff. I'm like, man, he
Jeez,
went
like,
hard
people
because
need to
it was
realize, just take the dang
Well,
mask
yes,
off or whatever.
it was it's like a preview, but it was like a how like they set up like a stand,
Yeah.
right? It's like outside, it's a stand. That's what they was playing on. So it was supposed to not be like a hard thing to go on.
Yeah.
But there's a sidewalk that was next, like close to it.
I gotcha.
So that's where he went hard, tripped over like a chair. You only saw like a little like side clip of it, but he like tripped over a chair, and then like when they went over to him, he's like laying on the ground. They're all laughing, but then like as he's doing, he looks at his elbow, and then he does have blood on his elbow, though, on his arm. I'm like, man, that's crazy. I mean, that's like the worst one I've seen. You know,
That's
there's not that
crazy,
many
man.
bad things that happen, but yeah. But anyways, I love the VR. I think it'd be
Yeah.
sweet. But
Yeah.
it's funny that you bring it up because I just watched them.
I've played like a few things on there. I think the VR on Hero is on the PlayStation 5 is going to be a huge step up from PlayStation
The
4.
regular
'cause
ones.
PlayStation 4 with majority of it being 1080p, so you've
Yeah.
got the VR on. It's 720 and 720 in each eye, so it's not necessarily full HD. It's HD, just not
Yeah.
full HD, so it could only be so good. With 8K compatibility and having 4K and 4K in each eye, yeah,
Pure.
that's going to be
Yeah.
totally different too, especially
Yeah.
if they make it wireless.
Oh, if they
Then-
make it, that'd be huge. Yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
just gotta charge it up. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think, I really enjoyed the VR when I played it. A buddy of ours has Skyrim, and that was really fun. But like you said, though, the graphics almost made you feel weird.
Yeah,
Because it was like a choppy, and you're like, it was kind of like it was too much because it was too choppy, right? And then you had to
Yeah.
it was just
for
weird.
that
It was
one
a weird whole
specifically.
dynamic.
If
Yeah,
you played the Astros, like the little PlayStation Astros. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'll show you later. But
Okay, Asteroids?
Astros, like ASTROS. It's a default game that comes with the VR, and
Okay.
it's almost like a Super Mario game, but like you are playing in the level. In the VR, and like you can look down, and I mean it's a really impressive game.
Okay.
And then that comes with the VR, but there's a new one of that Astro's Playroom, I think it's called. There'll be a new one of that at launch with PlayStation 5.
That's sweet. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so November 12th, it actually comes out. Now, yesterday, which this podcast there is a little bit different. So on September 16th, going into September 17th, there's a little bit of a crazy game that went on, that not only did PlayStation release like a new game reel, and then not only did they show you the two editions and what they'd be priced at, which is the digital edition is $399.99 and the disc drive edition is $499.99. But also they started going live with pre-orders. Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and Amazon. And I'm sorry.
It's nice to find out through Twitter,
I know. I'm really sorry. I dropped the ball.
And it's
on that.
okay. I'm just gonna say this. I mean, I'm really not mad. Okay, I know I'm really not mad, but you should have seen my reaction. So a guy at work, actually, he talks about games and stuff too. He likes his games. He doesn't play console though. So he was just talking, and I literally pulled my phone out, and my phone went off from a text message, and I looked down, and then I have notifications of like tweets and stuff, you know. So all of a sudden I look down and it says Mr. Kevin tweeted out saying, "Wow, what a crazy game it was last night." And I'm like, wait a minute, what? So I click on it, and I'm like, and I was so angry. I'm like, ugh! Actually, I went outside. I took a break, you know. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. It was funny. I texted you when I went out.
Somebody
I was
check
going
on
to
me
walk
after
outside.
this podcast. Somebody make sure I'm still alive.
Listen, guys, it doesn't matter, okay? It was nice to talk. I'm just kidding. No, I really was not mad. But it was funny. When I seen that, I was getting ready to walk outside anyways.
I gotcha.
So it happened to be that's what it was. So when I got outside, I texted you right away.
PlayStation 5 pre-orders.
Pre-order, huh? It's so funny.
I thought like, oh, you just found out. I was like, man, this is plastered.
Yeah, no.
But
I literally what makes me angry though is I messed up. Oh, I know. I get it. But we had a pact, you know?
I know.
I'm upset. Your half of your pack told you. My half of my pack didn't.
I have extreme confidence that if I had told you last night, by the time you would have been like fumbling with my iPhone, you know, garbage. It would have been like, sorry, sold out. And you would have been like, Kevin. And I'm like, I want to go to bed tonight. I don't want to hear Corey yelling at me.
I mean, come on.
I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
I failed. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It was pretty hectic. So
tell me the story, though. I am excited for you. Don't get me wrong. That's the thing. End of the story. I'm excited for you. I'm happy that you got it. Yeah.
The funny thing is, this whole time I'm like, oh, I'm digital edition, you know. Digital edition sold out so fast. I'm talking probably in less than a minute. Sense. So really? I'm getting the one with the disc drive.
It's so funny. Like, there's no difference. I'm not doing it.
Now, my brother did bring up a really good point. So props to my brother Dan.
I was gonna say that's your other half the pack.
Yeah, that's my other half of the pack. I was like, Dan, don't leave me in the dark. Like, if you find out these things go live, I need to know, you know.
Did he get hit? Did he get his? Did he get one?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He got his, and so it was. So I'll go into that, but
yeah. Okay.
It had to have been like 10:30 or 11 o'clock, and you know we'd gotten Target was sold out immediately, Walmart was sold out immediately, Best Buy was sold out immediately, all these places, and it was just like Amazon has not gone live yet, so it's like, well, they totally have to go live tonight. Like, that would be weird. All these other retailers and this one doesn't. So we're just like messaging back and forth. Like, if you hear something, let me know. And I'm like, all right. So, you know, just Jessica and I, because now Jessica's in on it. Like, oh man, this is kind of exciting. You know,
she's pumped too.
Try to get one of these.
Yeah.
So
it's a girl in shopping, right? Just saying.
So we're just refreshing this page that we had found on Twitter. Refreshing, and all of a sudden, like 11:45 or something like that, my brother messages me, "It's up, get it now." And I'm like, refresh. I'm like, nothing. Jessica's searching on her phone, same thing, nothing. And I'm like, where do you see this? So he sends me this link, but it's for the disk drive one. And I'm like, oh man. He's like, well, select the digital one. Well, it doesn't give you that option. It only gives you that. I didn't realize it's only giving me the optical drive option, because by the time I went to that site, digital was already sold out. Now, this link is a pretty weird Amazon link, and I'll tell you, I'm pretty sure like someone from Amazon leaked that link, because it was not like you'd go to their homepage and you could not find the product page for this. So we went on Twitter, and there's a guy who tweeted out both links. So we immediately just went to those, found out that the digital edition was completely sold out, and then it was like, okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's get the optical disc drive, right? No. So then we get it, and right after we got it, done. It was completely done. You start like I went on my phone just to see, and it wouldn't allow you anymore. It wouldn't put in your card anymore. Every trace of that had started going away. You know, like you couldn't even find the sucker. And I guess what they were saying is in 3 minutes, the pre-orders were gone.
Wow.
So it was
That's
just like
crazy.
And I'm not sure if there's going to be other pre-order times available.
Yeah.
I think
I'm assuming there's going to be some.
That's what I would think too. And I know Sony themselves were even doing pre-orders. So it's like it really all depends. I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't know when. I'll keep you in touch because my brother is still, he still gets all the updates. So
Gotcha. All right. I'll have to join up some forums and some stuff, and just so I can get them up to date,
It was the most frustrating thing to be thinking I'm on the page, being told, "Hey, it's up. Better get it now. They're selling out." And I'm like, "I'm on the page." Like, I'm like getting pissed. Jessica's getting pissed. We're like, "I don't understand what's happening."
Yeah, seriously though. Yeah, that's true.
So we checked like the email confirmation and the in the app the actual purchase confirmation like 10 times to make sure this thing was purchased. I'm like, I'm gonna be real pissed off if it didn't go through, but it did go through.
Your money came out?
Well, Amazon's real cool. They don't charge until it ships.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, but the order's there, so.
So I'm about to come over like November 14th, right? And come play it.
Wear your mask. Come on over. Put on gloves when you're touching my controller. Oh, hey, that rhymed. That was really cool. That's a new song for 2020 and beyond. Wear your mask when you come over. Wear some gloves.
To use my controller.
Bango,
Ooh.
bango.
Bingo, bango. You think this is going to happen for like more years?
I don't know.
Forever?
It really depends on, I guess, how this fall and winter goes. And if there is a vaccine.
That's true.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm no doctor. Pre-orders, man, that was exhilarating. I felt good waking up this morning. I know it's a sore subject, but I messaged my brother and I was like, feels really good to be on this side of the fence.
Yeah. Just keep rubbing it in. I'm just kidding.
So some of the games that come out at launch.
No. Have you pre-ordered any of those? Are you going to pre-order any of those?
I'm going to pre-order some games. I just haven't figured out exactly which ones, but I think I know at least 2 of the ones that I want. But guess what?
What?
Your baby, one of your favorites just to throw on, Fortnite.
Oh, snap.
Yep,
Are you kidding me?
PlayStation 5
It really is that quickly?
Has an updated Fortnite, yep.
That's crazy. Awesome.
Day.
Okay.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and I'm telling you, check the game footage out on that. It really demonstrates the power of the PlayStation.
Okay, so I've already typed that into my my notes.
Oh, cool. Very
that's
cool.
That's what I was doing real quick. I'm like, hold on, I'm just gonna type this in. I want to look that up later.
Because I'm telling you, man, when I'm watching them just jump into these worlds, and then they're full worlds, they're full levels, like you're still going through, and I'm like, that's unheard of.
That's impressive because the thing is, so like, okay, Fortnite, okay, I know it's a free game, like now, I don't know if it's gonna be in the future, but right now. It should be, but I'm just saying, I don't know. But anyways, I can be running, okay? I'm just running through the levels, and stuff is still rendering. There's stuff that's still like, I'll look up, and the whole mountain in front of me and the tree is all hills, all of it. They're like, okay, well, that's kind of weird, I
wonder, do you run off a wireless or that's hardwired?
No, that's hardwired. Yep, that's straight from. So that's what I'm saying. So and actually, but other people. So like I've read a couple things, and other people say the same thing. So
I got you.
I wasn't trying to sidetrack us, but I'm just saying. But like that. But it's crazy that I want to see that now. I want to pay more attention to that because I just didn't because of the fact that I was focused on those graphics, man. The graphics themselves are just gonna. That sells me every single time. I can't help it. I'm just gonna get a TV to match it though. That's the only. That's the only.
Well,
thing, so.
see that I agree. I
Yeah.
would not be throwing a PlayStation 5 on a 1080p TV.
No,
That sounds like blasphemy.
Whatever.
So other games that are coming out is going to be Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. That is one I'm possibly going to get.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
insanely fun.
Yeah. So I did watch that one.
Yeah.
So it looks awesome.
The ray tracing giving just so much definition to everything. It looks, that one looks awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, I've never played Demon Souls or anything like that, but that game also looks really impressive, man. Like PlayStation 5 is going to make me more of a console player than any other console, just because I'm like, wow, these games are starting to just the movement of these characters even.
Yeah,
It's
impressive.
so smooth, it's so lifelike. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's Sackboy: A Big Adventure, which that is the other one I'm thinking about getting, because
I've never heard of this. I've never even heard of this one.
well, you've heard of Little Big Planet, right?
Oh yeah.
So Sackboy
okay.
is from Little Big Planet. Jessica and I, that was we beat that game together. Little Big Planet 1. Little Big Planet 2 we beat as well, and that one was fun. I still felt like Little Big Planet 1 was way better. And then Little Big Planet 3, when it first came out, was real buggy, and we kind of just lost interest in that.
Yeah, okay.
Little Big Planet is kind of like a side-scroller game,
Yeah.
and you just go through the levels and all that. A Sackboy, A Big Adventure, this is like 3D world now, like you're moving around in 3D space instead of side-scrolling. So it looks really cool. It looks a lot more fun than
All right.
the traditional Sackboy games, the Little Big Planets. So I'm excited about that one.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll look at that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember hearing. I think you actually mentioned that game before. Now that as soon as you said Little Big Planet, I'm like, oh wait a minute, hold on. Now I'm clicking. Now it's ringing a bell.
I'll have to. He suffered the fate of, I guess, Jackson. I guess he did, but a friend actually made out of crochet a Sackboy, and he's so cool looking, but his arm is a little messed up. But that's all right.
Yeah.
Jackson, my dog, not a human.
It's funny. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
but,
right.
You know.
For anybody who doesn't know who Jackson
Yeah.
is, and somebody's tearing at my crocheted animals.
Yeah.
I also have a Pennywise that's crocheted that is absolutely awesome. He just needs a red balloon.
Yes, absolutely.
Devil May Cry 5, which I never played any of those.
I did see that. That looks. I love that game.
Yeah. See, I never played any of those.
It was fun, man. I'll never forget it. My mom one time randomly. We didn't get gifts on Valentine's Day, man. You know, like we're three boys. You know, we didn't get gifts on Valentine's Day. It was here's a candy heart. I love you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, which is fine. I don't expect anymore. It's Valentine's Day. You know. But all of a sudden she comes home. She gives my one brother a game. My other brother, I forget what she gave him, and then she gave me Devil May Cry, and I'm like, oh, what is this? And all of a sudden, I was up for like 4 days, you know, not really, but I
more
played
Mountain
it. Yeah,
Dew.
exactly, yeah. But it was so fun though, man. I really enjoyed that game. So that is one game I was excited about too.
It must be fun. I mean, it's the fifth one, Devil May Cry 5. I mean, people must enjoy it.
No.
There's a game called Destruction All Stars. I don't know anything about that. There's the Astro's Playroom, and then Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed, but man, this Valhalla one looks
Does it
fun.
look good?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Again, it's because of the graphics, you know?
Well, exactly, absolutely, yeah. So that's the thing, too, because every Assassin's Creed looks sweet. My only complaint about Assassin's Creed, because I played Assassin's Creed 2, actually 1 and 2. The only thing I didn't like about it, man, it's just super repetitive. You go to every single, because you always have targets, and you go to the targets, and you go into their town, and you pickpocket this person, then you go stand on a building and look down at this person, then all of a sudden, then like you fight the guy, you don't kill him, or you might kill him, and then you take off and go to the next city. It was like the same thing. You always got one other target to go somewhere else, right? So it was like, so like towards the end of the game, I don't know if I've actually ever finished a full game because of that. It was like too much of the same thing. You know what I mean? It was a lot. It was a lot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the every fighting game's sweet because they always put great moves in the game. You know what I mean? So like the movement, the fighting is sweet. Exactly. Yeah, that's fantastic. So.
Start slicing people up.
Yeah.
Interesting fact.
Let me hear it.
The PlayStation 5 will be 99% backwards compatible. It'll be backwards compatible with 99% of the PlayStation 4 games.
That's awesome. They really should have done that. I mean,
they should have done that
move.
for the 4.
Yeah,
but finally,
no.
Yeah.
Well, they probably got enough complaints about not doing it for the 4. I mean, because to me, don't be wrong, it's something else to add into it. But at the same time, you already have the technology, so just put that same technology into this one, then make the other games different. You know what I mean? It's like I just don't understand that. So
allow it to try to upgrade the graphics, and then you don't even have to like re-release things. Well, I guess money wise, but so in addition to that, it's really cool. PlayStation. Is as long as you're a PlayStation Plus member, which if you play online, you're a PlayStation Plus member. When you get your PlayStation 5, downloadable at launch is going to be Batman Arkham Knight, Fallout 4, Days Gone, Infamous Second Son, The Last of Us, Monster Hunter World, Mortal Kombat X, Uncharted 4, and Until Dawn. And, which this one I thought was interesting, Battlefield 1, not Battlefield 5.
Wow, that's weird. Yeah,
probably because of the amount of bugs Battlefield 5.
Yeah,
they're like, well, we didn't want to fix it live, so why would we fix it now?
Exactly. Yeah. Like that game is like totally shut down, man. I'm telling you, I've like gone through like all my updates and stuff. There's like small updates that come out for it. Nothing big anymore. There's nothing changing on there, so that I have no interest in.
Bummer. That game was so much.
I know. I love that game. I mean, think about how much time we put in that game. I might go look. I might go look at the stats and just see. I'm really interested in seeing.
Hey, at least I still have the longest headshot.
Oh well, okay. I'm gonna go play like
most amount of
9 days in a row. I'll give you the most amount of headshots.
Oh, I still have the longest headshot.
Yeah, but no, I'm not for long though. I'm gonna play it.
No, I definitely will. You said that before when we played, but so longest headshot, most headshots, and I think most kills overall. Definitely least amount of deaths. I know that. But anyways, skipping over my awesome stats on Battlefield 5, which I had all the unlocked weapons. Anyway, so like all leveled up to 10, and they're going to be coming out with Battlefield 1, which I like Battlefield 1. I don't think we played it. We definitely didn't play it nearly as much as Battlefield 5. So.
Call of Duty came out, and that was a problem.
Yeah, Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, so that took over.
I agree. So I was like, man, I kind of wouldn't mind playing some Battlefield 1 if it got popular again. Those maps were awesome. The graphics on it were awesome. I remember.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they were sweet. Well, speaking of Call of Duty though, is it coming out for PS5? Is that?
So that is one that they haven't showcased. At least I haven't seen them really showcase anything for PlayStation 4. I mean PlayStation 5 at launch. But that is what is supposedly going to be available at launch as well. Is the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Okay, I was wondering. To me, I'm like, what? Like they have to. I mean, I know that they may not know exact dates or anything, but they know the time frame it's going to come out. So why wouldn't Call of Duty? Well, exactly, absolutely. That's what I mean. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like even with like the games, like Call of Duty is going to. I mean, why would you release a new game and then in 2 months the new systems are coming out?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. So
I think it's more of a question: will it be available at launch, or is it going to be like a month or whatever?
Yeah,
now,
okay.
Since launch is November 12th and Black Friday is just a few weeks after that, I'm assuming they'll be ready because that's typical.
Yeah.
That's typical Call of Duty action, anyways. I feel like get ready for the holiday season. You know, school kids have a violent Christmas break. You know, get crazy with Call of Duty.
All break,
Yeah.
actually. You
Um.
actually just made me happy.
Well, I mean, we don't get Christmas break, bro. We're adults.
Well,
But
I get sick.
well, hopefully nobody from work is watching this. Beep. We're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, yes. Anyways, yeah.
Anyways, so one thing I totally wanted to bring up about the PlayStation 5 because I find it utterly ridiculous. Grand Theft Auto 5. You get, I think, they're going to put $1 million in your Grand Theft Auto 5 online account when you download Grand Theft Auto 5 on PlayStation 5 launch day. The reason why it's ridiculous is because when I bought Grand Theft Auto 5, you know what console that was?
PlayStation 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell me this freaking game is going to span 3 freaking consoles?
That's insane.
Ridiculous.
See,
Rockstar,
actually,
come on.
I know, and actually, I thought that it was actually going to. I thought they were making a new one for it. Actually,
Yeah,
I thought
probably
they were going to make.
2023. I think they were.
Yeah, but I could have. There was somebody talking about it that they're like, oh, Grand Theft Auto for the new systems, Grand Theft Auto for the new systems. I'm like, okay, they got to be, they're gonna make it. But no, I guess there was an update in the system, like a letter that you read in the system that you could still play the games on the new system. Generally, it was something else. It was like but like, have you ever watched any of this stuff? Have you ever watched any of the Grand Theft Auto stuff, like the streamers that play?
Oh yeah,
it,
man. No.
I mean, it's like like all of a sudden I'm just scrolling through and it says the hardest challenge 0.01% of people can complete this challenge on GTA 5, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like what is this? And they're racing this car up this hill, and they gotta like jump up this way, land this way, then keep driving. You're like, what is happening? I mean, it was insane. There were some wild things, but I think that that online has expanded big time. I never got into GTA Online. I just never did.
Yep, I played Grand Theft Auto 5 on PlayStation 3. I beat the game, and when I beat the game, that's when online was coming out, and I just didn't play it as much anymore.
No. I mean, I don't. It was probably fun. I played with my my one cousin and another buddy of mine. They played like together and stuff. So I've like logged in and like ran around with them, but I don't have no money, no guns.
Right,
exactly.
Yeah.
They're like buying me everything,
stuff.
which is fine. Exactly. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's also I just feel kind of. Like, it was just kind of, I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm wasting their money because then I go out and I die and then the other group takes my stuff or whatever it is, you know what I mean?
And then they got to
exactly, they got to
everything.
keep buying me, exactly. So then it just, you know what I mean? It was just kind of like, nah, this ain't for me.
That's funny,
you guys
yeah.
are too far and I'm too new. I'm not doing this, so.
Yeah, I know our one buddy played on the PlayStation 4 a lot, and I think he did online a lot, but I don't even think he's been playing, so... Now, Epic, Epic because you like Fortnite.
Of course I know
but,
Epic, yeah.
Epic Game Store is a pretty cool place, too, where they'll do like a free game of the week or month or something like that.
Yeah.
And they actually gave Grand Theft Auto 5 away for free. So I nabbed that on the PC because I'm like, well, why not? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, for sure. No.
I could just pick it up and play it whenever.
Yeah. Because don't be wrong, it's a fun game. You know what I mean?
It's a very fun game.
If you're not worried about like completing missions as much, you know what I mean? If you just want to drive around and drive fast cars, and then you want to, have some other fun with some other, guns and ramps and bikes and customizing this. I've gone and spent an hour playing, go back and did not do a single mission, didn't do a single thing, but I got a sweet car. You know what I mean? I died 6 times. It's been a good time. It's fun. It's just it turns out great.
Even just driving around that game can be fun.
Oh, exactly. That's 100%.
I remember back in the day, Grand Theft Auto 3 on the PC.
Oh,
I played the heck out of that. And
did you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And one of the best parts was one of the codes that you could type in to make something happen was Gesundheit. And when you typed in Gesundheit, all the vehicles that were in your vicinity would blow up. And I get so fast at typing Gesundheit that you just keep them exploding, keep them exploding, keep them exploding. So they're like further in the air, further in the air. It was pretty cool. Man.
That's sweet. Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't remember any of the other cheat codes, but Gesundheit, that one stuck with me.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, was that the one that wasn't the one that was above camera, right? That was the first person one. I mean, the third person one. That's the first.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3 is the first person one.
First person. Third. It was third person. Yeah,
third
yeah,
person,
okay.
not overhead.
Yeah. Okay. So because I played on the PC, I can't remember where I played it. I'm just trying to think where I played it. But I played the one that was overhead. It was crazy. You. It was so crazy. It really was.
Totally different game.
It was insane. It was insane. And then all of a sudden, when I played 3, and I'm like, okay, hold on. This is a lot more fun. This is
I can totally act like I'm really stealing a car.
Yes,
I can
100%.
Really shoot at people, and it doesn't look like pixelated. Well, I'm sure. I guess if I turned Grand Theft Auto 3 on right now, I'd probably be like, wow, that's pretty pixelated.
Well, yes, 100%. Oh, yeah, of course. Every time. You know what I mean? That's why, like, these graphics on this game, on this system that's coming out, which I know they're going to be phenomenal, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, in 20 years, we're going to have a TV screen that we're going to have the game's going to be in our living room, as we're, like, playing.
Clarity, clarity can only get so good. Like, the human eye is only so good. It's like, you can only, like, just match, I guess, like,
what
whatever.
You can pick up.
It's going to be more about the experience then.
Yes, 100%. Oh, and I'm going to be a full ride all the way through it. You know what I mean? I can't wait.
I'm a tech junkie, you know?
Yeah, I think that we hit I think we're in a perfect age group. So we're not going to, like, experience, like, the crazy side of technology. Like, I mean, I just don't. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm just saying there's certain things I don't think that we will personally see, but I think that we're going to get the graduation all the way up, like gradually up the list, all the way till we get to a point to where, I mean, it's going to be insane, man. It is going to be crazy. About? Well, I'm just talking about like flying cars, and you know what I mean. I'm just saying,
bro, we're that's already done. Haven't you seen the new taxis, the air taxis?
Yeah, but that's not going to come to where every single person is flying around like Futurama.
Oh, dude, guaranteed.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
no
absolutely.
Way. No way.
Dude, drone delivery, all that stuff. Oh, dude. All right, so what you got to realize is...
Drone delivery, okay, it's a box. It's not a human being.
Think about the concept, not just how easy it might be. Think about the concept of actual drones delivering stuff to you.
Yeah.
So you're already going to have dedicated airspace. It's just as easy as roads. Anyways, I'm just saying it's definitely possible. It's already happening.
I'm not saying
Besides
it's not possible. I just don't think that we're going to have to live in life.
We're going to have it in our lifetime for sure. Things advance so quickly right now. Are you kidding me?
Electric cars are just now starting to come up to be a huge
success.
A huge
just
success.
Now, that's just in America. How about that? Everywhere else, there's hundreds of electric car manufacturers, but here in America, we have one.
Huh.
So think about that next time.
That is crazy.
I think you need to start looking at some of the technology you might have been, hiding under a rock from, and start realizing we are in the future, man.
Don't make fun of my house that I live under a rock, though. Let's just stop there.
You actually live under a rock. Yeah. This is where I live, man. I
painted it white. Okay.
Yeah. It's a cave. It's all lit by candles. Haven't run electricity yet. That's why you're saying this. Edison hasn't been invented in your time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yet.
I love technology.
Right now, you're just talking into a blank screen. Like, what am I doing right now?
I can't see you. I have no idea.
Anyways, I think.
No, sorry.
In my opinion, I think we're going to be seeing large technological advancements in our lifetime. I think so.
Yeah.
The further they get with AI and quantum computing and everything else look at Elon Musk with Neuralink. They tested it on a pig, and they could see in the brain neurons firing real time. So it's there. I mean, they're able to 3D print new body parts and combined with stem cells grow hearts and livers, and I mean, we're there. Don't you worry. We may never actually die because of how much we're gonna. I'm just kidding. We'll die willingly.
I might be 150.
Yeah. Well, I hope. Oh God, that sounds awful. Can we put a cap on humanity? Start putting caps.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, if I'm walking around like a robot, I mean, what's the matter? What if they
I guess
rebuild me?
you're right. If I'm rebuilt and I got no pains and my brain is pretty active, all right.
If you look like you at 150, you would live forever. You would live.
All right,
until
so that's going to be the one thing. I mean, we may be older when this stuff comes out, so we definitely will be like, yeah, I'll totally keep this body. We're going to be like, I guess so.
Yeah.
Like, you actually are too old to get this operation. We're like, shucks. Actually, that's fine. You only want to see so much. I guess, and I guess it depends on the state of things. If we continuously have fires that burn all our trees out, we're not going to have enough oxygen or an ozone to protect us. So we probably will not see any advancement.
That is true.
So, guess there's always that option.
Always that option.
Human extinction, Age of Ultron type of stuff. How do you save Earth? Get rid of the parasites. That's what Ultron was thinking, not what I was thinking.
Oh, sure. Are you Ultron? Yeah, wait a minute.
I just went into your computer and hacked you. Speaking of Ultron, Avengers, Age of Ultron, that is definitely a game I am excited about. I will be waiting to buy that game on PlayStation 5. Marvel's The Avengers. That game looks so much fun to
I mean,
see these superheroes for the amount of years that we have Iron Man and Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye. Well, actually, I'm going to be honest, I was more amazed at everybody else. I'm not sure if I even saw Hawkeye, but it just looks like such a fun game. How could I not want to play as those heroes? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, for sure.
Thor, you know what I mean?
I'm saying, I was going to say, you're missing Thor. I mean,
I'm sorry, Thor.
No, it's okay. Is Spider-Man in that one too?
I don't think so. No, not Marvel's Avengers. No.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know because if you remember the Avengers, the first one. Remember where they're in the spacesuit when Thor comes? I mean, Infinity War. Sorry,
Infinity
Avengers
War.
Infinity War. Remember when he walks up to the Spider-Man? He's like, psh, like on his head, boom, boom. You're Avenger now, kid.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
You're an Avenger now.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so funny, man. So I didn't know if they're gonna like bring him in. You know what I mean? I didn't know if that was gonna be like, you know what I mean?
I don't think they can. So I guess it's kind of confusing because Spider-Man is a Sony property and Marvel borrows him. So I guess like it's called Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales. So I'm guessing Marvel borrowed Spider-Man from Sony again, which is like, Sony, come on.
Just give it up.
Yeah. Marvel makes better movies.
Yeah.
Superhero movies. I don't know if they make anything else. That would make sense if they only made superhero movies. So.
And good ones.
Yeah. Most are good. That's going to be a different episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
There are definitely some duds. I'm not going to say that. The MCU has not been perfect. The ending, perfect. Endgame. But anyways, that's a different...
For sure.
That's a different podcast. This one was PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. All right.
So, some cool things about the PlayStation 5, Corey. Stop talking about...
I didn't do any of that.
Endgame and how awesome it was that they finally time traveled. But anyways, so... there's going to be huge benefits to that solid state disc.
Yeah.
That I was talking about earlier. That's basically what's kind of paving the way to like the quick load times.
Yeah. Okay.
The menus are going to be quick just because they're not having to load that data. Everything's going to be So solid state, since
So
nothing's
that means it's going to
physically
be
moving.
there, right? Yeah, it means it's going to be there.
Yep.
Yeah. Boom.
Nothing has to
okay.
spin up.
Okay.
Nothing has to spin down. It's just like when I want it, I'm getting it. And,
That's awesome. Okay.
In the most plainest terms. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, there's
Yeah.
faster data rates and all that stuff. And I didn't look at what the SSD data rates are, but any SSD, the data rates are pretty darn good. So it's fine. The other cool thing is gigabit Ethernet. Yay! So the PlayStation 4 was 10100, and for some reason just had an awful time downloading, especially towards the end. You know, it's almost like no offense, Jackson, cover your ears back there. It's like an old dog has to, you're like, are you getting old dog? You know,
Yep.
it's just like the menu starts going, the downloads start taking longer, and all that stuff. This is going to have a 10,000 gigabit Ethernet port, so that's very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That
should help with downloading content, displaying content, all that kind of fun stuff.
Okay, that's sweet. And
then the other two items it's just really cool that they've got custom CPU, the processor, and the GPU. The graphics is all from AMD, and they're all custom for PlayStation. So it's very, very cool. I'm very excited. We've been, I know, not on the podcast talking about PlayStation 5 much, but I know, especially because like it came out of nowhere. Obviously, this pre-order, so it just kind of reignited the excitement of
100%.
5.
Yeah, because I think it did dull down for a little bit. You're excited when it's announced. You're excited when they show photos. You're still excited about it.
Yeah,
but there's nothing new, so there's nothing to keep showing the excitement over. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
it's just like, well, I have nothing new coming out. Kind of goes in the back of your head. But now that I've got a pre-order in the box. Anyways. Very excited. Yeah. So, okay, straight face. Read the room, Kevin. Come on.
Yep. Read the room. I'm going to get a shirt that says, read the room.
Yeah, read the room, Kevin.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all I got for the PlayStation 5. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
November 12th.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let me just ask you a question real quick. Did you hear anything about this? So I was, my cousin texted today about it. About everything, about the PlayStation, and like I said, he's the Xbox guy and stuff.
Yeah.
And he actually said, he said that he can actually. So he said GameStop is actually doing a deal with Xbox. Did you know this? That you can actually trade your Xbox in and save $200 on getting a new Xbox.
$200.
That's the same thing I saw, and then at first, I actually didn't respond to that text because I'm like, I want to look into this first.
Yeah,
I want to see that because that's insane. I mean, that's
a lot of money.
That's a lot of money because I mean, right now, my other brother went to go buy an Xbox because he thought his was actually going down, and he needs to have a system, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to go buy it, and he actually found one for $179. So he told me about that. And
Yeah,
that's what was. So then also when I seen this today, and I'm like, wait, what? You know what I mean? Hold on a second. I mean, it does say so. Like he showed me something. It says get Xbox Series X for $300 at GameStop with an Xbox One X trade-in.
Okay, so yeah, is the Xbox One X really down to 175?
What? Yeah. So so he said that it was the Xbox One X. He said that, but it may have been like a regular Xbox One.
Yeah, like an Xbox One or a One S.
Yeah,
that I could see, but a One X, I'd be surprised if they lowered the price that much.
And maybe, so I didn't it was just through texting, like that when we were talking about it. So I didn't know, like I wasn't sure if he, you know what I mean, which one he actually looked at. I said if the latest Xbox, you're saying it's $179 that he can go buy. I'm glad he didn't because he would not have got that in return. And his Xbox was working fine. His Xbox did a weird thing. We went to play the one night, and literally he went to go load up. He video chatted me so I could see it. And you load up your Xbox. I mean, you have an Xbox that you watch movies on.
No, not anymore. I mean, I have the Xbox. I just don't watch movies on.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm just saying. But that's what. So you remember the loading screen? Is all I'm saying. So it has the Xbox logo that comes up, and it's like it's a circle. Mm-hmm. It just sat there. We talked for 45 minutes while I was playing. I was playing the games. Wait for him to get on, and it sat there for 45 minutes and did that. So the
It
next
wasn't
day, I wouldn't load up. He
It wasn't
unplugged it.
updating though, was it?
Oh well, no,
Updating in
no.
the
Well, so
background or something?
he said that he updated everything earlier in the day. There was a game, the game that he played update, a system update, and then both were done. And then when he played, he was playing like 2 hours before I got back, and then was ready to play. And then all of a sudden, that's what I know. That's a weird part. So then, so the next day he went to go down to the store to go buy one. As you don't think he went to Game Exchange, to be honest with you. But anyways, he went down there, but then he said he didn't buy it. He went back. He went back home and hit the Xbox, and it actually turned on. So it just went straight to the loading screen. So it may have been updating. You know what I mean? It really, but it's weird.
Xbox One X for $200 off of the new system. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that because that just seems wild to offer that on a brand new console.
Well, yeah. So that's why I'm concerned that for him. I don't care. You know what I mean? It don't matter to me either way. You know what I mean? But like for him,
I got the One S, so I'm not
exactly.
not able to trade up. But,
yeah.
I don't need to anyway. So
Exactly. You're not. Yeah. So you wouldn't anyways. But
the now the Xbox new one, actually, they had a pre-order date of September 22nd. So that's what's funny about PlayStation.
they always got a.
They dropped it, and then
Yep.
it's such a sloppy mess of a thing.
But I think that's their style, though. I hate to say it.
I know it really is. I was like,
Yeah.
this feels like what they do. I mean,
Yeah.
the only benefit is you no longer have to wait in line at a brick and mortar store.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
blistering cold, waiting for
At-
day one
at
you
midnight.
know?
Oh,
You
for sure.
Pre-order that son of a bitch online.
Yeah.
No more standing out.
But that,
outside.
I used to love that though. Actually, when I was younger, when the pre-games and stuff were coming out, I loved going to stand out there in line and chilling. We'd buy food, and we've had we're the guys that would go up there with pizza in our hands.
That's
and,
sweet. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just really, I mean, we probably went too far with it, but I'm just saying it was fun. I had a good time going up there, and it's fun to get. We went in groups though. Every single time we went up, and it's weird to think about that though. You know what I mean? Think about like today. I barely hang out with my friends in general, and then let enough get together a whole group of 8, 9 guys. You know what I mean? To go up there and get ready for the. You know what I mean?
So
it'd be-
hang out in front of a store. Yeah.
exactly.
Rather than
Yeah, with a group
get
of other
broken
people.
up by the police.
Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, because it was probably out of 10 people, I think we had like 7 guys and 3 girls. I would say. I would say like that's usually the general spec. It was always 10 people every single time. It was like a thing that we just did. So it was fun. It was a good time, but.
Yeah, I
think-
remember the PlayStation 3. That's when I went to a Walmart and stood in line for my brother, but it was like I was like 12 and they were only handing out I think 4 consoles. So it was like, okay, well, you either stand in line until somebody leaves or you just try to go find another store. And there was this Walmart. No. Yeah, it was a Walmart that it was just newly built, and I felt like nobody knew about it. I just had this weird feeling. I'm like, let's go to this one, and we pull in the parking lot. There's 2 people there, so he was the third, and so I hung out with them until it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, dude, I got school, so I was in college at the time, so I went home, and then the next day, went back and hung out with them. But Walmart was real nice, and at least let everybody in the home and garden section instead of making them wait outside.
That's sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, 'cause that's the bad part about the releases in November.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, in the Northeast America, it's a little bit cold up there.
Yeah. The only things I ever went to midnight releases, that kind of stuff for was every single World of Warcraft expansion up until I think it was after Mists of Pandaria. I just was like, I could just download it and
yeah.
not have to wait for anything. And then now it's like, no, you better have downloaded it because when it goes live, you don't want to be the one that's driving back from the store.
Yeah.
No, you want to be on there.
Yeah. I'll never
World
forget.
first. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that.
Yeah.
Cool.
When I bought the first Call of Duty, Actually, me and another friend, they brought their PlayStation to my house, and then so we actually one picked it up at midnight, went back. Our very first lobby, we were playing with people that already had like they were like level 12 or 13. I'm like, how did
Yeah,
you
that's
do that?
insane, man. That's
I
insane.
mean, that is ridiculous. How did that happen? You know what I mean? So they must have literally been the first ones in the store and ran home as fast as possible to download it.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no other way to do it. You know, because you at that time you couldn't pre-order your games. You can't download it from the store. You know what I mean? There's no like pre-buying it. The way to do it is
Well, yeah,
at
you
the
could
store.
pre-order it, but you still have to like
Go
they
to the
don't put it on the shelves
Yes.
until midnight or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah.
no way of getting it. The only way that the one thing that I think that people got away with was like, okay, if you worked at a game store, so say you worked at GameStop, right? Let's just say that. Well, if you pre-bought it and you worked that day, but you didn't work that night, let's just say, right? And you got the game. You're telling me right now that you're not going to take your copy home
Oh, yeah,
and
go
then
install
and just
all
go
that
install,
stuff,
just
yeah.
never get online, just never actually play the game. How are they ever going to know? I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like. I
Yeah.
mean, no. If you played online, you can get caught and you probably get banned, right? You know what I mean? There's probably very limited. The
Well, I
servers
mean,
probably
in
didn't even go up.
yeah, I
either,
was
but-
gonna say servers and
Yeah.
all that stuff
Yeah.
probably aren't even loading up and all that.
So yeah, I'm just saying. So then those guys are ready at midnight. You know, when servers
Yeah.
go live, all of a sudden they're ready to go. You know what I
I'm
mean?
already top level. And
Yeah, exactly. For sure, yeah.
This is my first game. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
I was actually mad because an ex-girlfriend of mine, her brother was actually working at GameStop. If we would have actually, if it would have been together during the right times, I could have potentially did the
Get that
same
early
thing.
access.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, listen, I'll come up at 9. You go off for lunch break. You give me the copy. I'll go home and have it ready. Right? I had
Just
all
have it
kinds of
ready.
ideas. Exactly. But yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah, we had like that kind of stuff happen in World of Warcraft where, game will go live, and everybody's rush around, do their quest, level up, and obviously you have a little bit of competitiveness. You kind of want to be like, what if I was the first one? Obviously, you're never going to be the first one. I'm not
Ever.
going to be the first one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get sidetracked too much. Clearly, I mean, obviously, but you'll see like achievements at below. Like if you're on a server and you're in the zone, it'll show you like achievements and like
Oh,
boom.
yeah.
Somebody will be like, oh, world first. Somebody just hit max level, and you're like, I've been playing for an hour.
Yeah. How?
What are you doing? Like, you rushed through so much content.
I wonder if those guys like actually go back and enjoy the rest of it though at all. I
Well,
wonder
they
if
do,
yeah.
and the other thing is too, like, there's like the public test realm, so
That's what I was
they
thinking
know
too. Yeah.
all of the quests. They know everywhere, like how to hit everything as fast as. I don't do the public test realm. I don't really care to spoil the story or anything like that. I would just want to, when it drops, I'll just
Let it go.
log in.
Yeah.
Just walk around for whoa, this new content's pretty sweet. Other people are like, hey, I'm level whatever, and I'm like, I've been playing for 20 minutes and I'm admiring this blade of grass over here. It's
Yes.
pretty cool.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick this herb over here
Yeah.
while you guys are out killing that monster. I don't know. I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
distracted, but I think I enjoy the game, but obviously that's a different enjoying,
Exactly.
So I can't speak hate. I just not fast.
Yeah. Man.
But yeah, that's all I got for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
November 12th, I was like, wow, that just feels so soon, That feels like, wow, tomorrow PlayStation 5 is going to be here,
Yeah.
and I will have to retire PlayStation 4 to some other TV.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, definitely. Except obviously, all the, well, actually, you don't play, I guess you play the new, Tony Hawk. But other than that, what games do you play that you're going to be worried about playing that different? You know what I mean? You're not going to go back and play.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
only thing, because, like, even, Fall Guys, it's the same thing. It's not like you're not going to go back and play that very often, you know what I mean? Unless
Right,
things go
especially
back
if there's,
to
like-
normal.
Yeah, brand new games.
Yeah.
It's like when like not all of your friends. I got PlayStation 4 the day. I actually opened mine Christmas Day, and it was awesome. Jessica did some amazing legwork on that one. All in the background, had no idea. And I opened that sucker up. Was like, oh my god, I'm one of the first.
That's awesome. That's sweet.
But it's funny when like not all of your friends upgrade at the same time. So when people are on PlayStation 3 and they don't,
I was very late to the
I
game.
know. I was like waiting for it. Sore subject.
Yeah.
But you go from PlayStation 3 where you could play for free online, and then PlayStation 4, if you wanted to play online, you had to play PlayStation Plus. So then now you're not even playing on the same servers, even if you were playing the same game.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think the compatibility versus PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 will at least allow for some of that. But
Yeah.
I'm just excited. I mean, I love tech. I love just how updated things can be and how new things can be. And I'm so pumped. It's crazy to be like, wow, we're already here. We're already at a new console,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about. I was just thinking about I had a PS3 for so long, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
had
I
a
can't believe that.
PlayStation 3
Yeah.
for years, and then, obviously I've had the 4 for years.
Well, exactly, absolutely, yeah. I mean, buying that 4 that I bought was probably my favorite. Like, that was awesome. I was
you were an Xbox guy, so that had a lot of meaning to go into a store
for
and
sure.
cleanse your soul.
But I wasn't truly an Xbox guy. Only reason I had Xbox. Well,
You
remember?
had an Xbox, and that's enough.
Well, yes, but because this is what happened. I'm just gonna give you the quick story real quick. PlayStation gets
If
stolen.
you know Corey, there's no such thing as a quick story.
Yes, there is. Okay, but you have an extra 40 minutes. Okay.
This is the quick version.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
what I meant by
go.
quick. Yeah.
Jessica's calling.
I have to work tomorrow.
I'll just leave this recording,
Yeah.
and
I'll let
talk
you know.
away.
Yeah. That's awesome. But real quick,
Yeah.
PlayStation gets stolen. My brother just upgraded his Xbox. Okay. He says, I'll sell you this one for $50 in every game I own. So the day my PlayStation gets stolen, I go talk to my brother. He gives me the Xbox for $50. And actually, I didn't even pay him on the spot. He actually told me I could pay him my next payday, which was another, you're like, okay. 2 controllers. I'm literally set up. All I got to do is walk upstairs and plug it in. That's it. That's all I got to do, right?
That is a sweet deal.
Exactly. So then I'm like, well, I love the PlayStation itself. But at that time, I wasn't playing that many games. So it was kind of probably because I didn't have a PlayStation though. When I had PlayStation 3, all I did is play games. So then I went to the Xbox. I just felt like I fell off a little bit. I wasn't playing as much. I wasn't doing as much. I wasn't, that all of a sudden. And then my Xbox broke. I got a buddy of ours borrowed his, and that changed my world to buy the new one. I'm telling you, that's what it did. Well, so then I went back to PlayStation. Exactly. So then I went to PlayStation. I'm like, yep. You know what I mean? And then all my buddies were playing Battlefield. So I said, "Here we go." That's what made me buy it. That's the game. That's about Battlefield 1 and PlayStation 4.
I cannot hate on an Xbox person who's like, well, all my friends have Xbox. Well, yeah, I'm not going to ask you to go out and buy a PlayStation and play with nobody.
No.
I get that. Like, we're just fortunate to be on the better side of things. Anyways,
yeah, love it. PS4.
I had. It's just so funny because I love Microsoft. Obviously, I'm a PC guy.
Yeah. No.
It's just funny that I am a PlayStation guy. And when we first bought our 4K TV, it was like, well, dang, the PlayStation 4, the one I have is 1080p, and even the Pro is like fake 4K. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's basically like 2K or something. But I was like, well, it costs $250 for a 4K Blu-ray player, or you can buy this Xbox One S, which is a 4K Blu-ray player, but if you wanted anything else you could imagine, and that's also the same price. I'm like, well, that I would be stupid to reduce myself to just a player. So I think we've purchased maybe a total of 4 or 5 physical discs. Played them on the Xbox. Worked out great. I actually never used the controller. Never even put batteries in it at all. I bought the remote because the remote's sweet. Every time you pick it up or move it, it lights up. It's pretty cool. And I always use that. But then we switched to Voodoo, and so the Xbox just sits there now.
Wow.
But my Xbox One S is white. and the PlayStation 5 is white. So now it's like a little bit of matching balance, you know.
I get you.
I
Okay.
I had it'll just look nicer with the aesthetics.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, but that's the only reason why I have an Xbox.
I get
I
it.
never. I even had I got Battlefield 1 for free with it. Never installed it. Never put gold on it. Never used the 30 days. I'm like, this thing is used for one thing only. And here's the silly thing about that Xbox One S. You had to download the Blu-ray player. It didn't just come on.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's a little weird, Xbox.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that doesn't make sense. I guess streaming's huge right now, but at the same time though, so is buying DVDs. You know what I mean?
Right. That's just
It's just a weird
like,
dynamic.
Like you're an entertainment powerhouse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Our standard Blu-ray player. Come on now. You know what I mean? I don't need anything crazy. I just want something to play my disc on. You know?
Wanted to play my game
Yeah,
or my movie.
Yeah.
But yeah. So now it just sits there. Occasionally, Clem. That's actually why it stays there. Clem, my daughter, she likes to go up, press the Xbox button, totally destroy. Like we're playing Fall Guys. And she's walked up and hit the Xbox that comes up on the TV. And I'm like, no, what are you doing to me?
That's awesome.
But she loves hitting that button, and it's really funny. She's actually very good at hitting all the buttons. She turns the PlayStation on. She turns the Xbox on. All that fun stuff. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, PlayStation. Woo!
Yeah, woohoo! Yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait to be on that side of the fence. I will be there, and I'm going to do my research, and I'm going to join stuff for the next 3 days of my life. I will be in nothing but PlayStation 5 forums everywhere to find my next pre-order date.
To me.
Yeah.
Somebody might message me.
Exactly. Yeah.
I heard that
calling off work
Target
for 2
might
days.
have more pre-orders at some point. I
Okay.
haven't heard about Amazon or anybody else yet. That's just
Yeah.
the one I heard. So I'm
Okay,
sure at the
yeah.
time of this podcast, they probably will not be available.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll find them.
So the last thing I have is, giving out the Monday movie suggestion.
Yeah, let's hear it, man. Let's hear what you want. Let's hear what you want to say.
Be Kind Rewind.
Yeah,
Have you ever
that's
seen
a good
that
one?
one? Yeah,
I have
yeah.
actually. Yeah, that's a good one.
That movie, I feel probably inspired me more than any other movie to do like 48-hour film projects or
Yeah. Okay.
just to pick up a camera and start green screening things and stuff like that.
Yeah, for
because
sure. Yeah.
That movie is just so creative. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Jack
It really
Black and Mos Def.
Yeah, it
directed
changed
by-
It actually changed my mind a little bit.
Yeah?
Actually, it blew my mind. Blew my mind, I should say.
Yeah, because you like almost have like a new appreciation for movies, you know? What I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I do. Yeah.
And like just effects. I love
Yeah.
the effects that they use because everything is as cheap as possible, but still, oh, dude, it's so cool. Like I really enjoyed. I think they glued Hot Wheel cars to a tube, and they just had like the camera going around to make it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
To get a really cool camera shot. They used like an actual like Bobcat or something to get crane shots. You know, what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
dude, for sure.
They did everything. Oh,
Yeah.
to shoot for night. They changed the color to like inverted, so dark is light and everything else shows up.
Yep.
And then they get black and white photocopies of themselves and put them on themselves so that it would almost like pick up the color. And it is just so funny. It's amazing. I don't want to go into too detail because obviously, you know, it's a good movie. But Michel Gondry, or I hope that's how you say it, Michel Gondry, he directed it. He's the one who directed Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's definitely a film for movie lovers. Here's the synopsis. Two bumbling store clerks inadvertently erase the footage from all of the tapes in their video rental store. In order to keep the business running, they reshoot every film in the store with their own camera with a budget of $0. And it's so good. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that's a good movie. That's a good movie recommendation. I like it.
Yeah, I think especially like I don't know, it's just such a perfect role for Jack Black. It's such a quirky.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I love that movie, and actually Might go throw that one on possibly tonight.
Yeah, for sure. No. It's funny because if it was now that I stumbled across it, sometimes not that I don't like if it's a movie I've seen, I'm not having like talked about or heard about. I don't. Sometimes I can like pass through things.
Yep.
But once you hear about it again, all of a sudden you're going through and you're like, boom, there it pops up. Yep. Click. You never know. I'm telling you, my Saturday night, like before I go to bed, every time I always find a movie because before I watch like The Office and that kind of stuff, I don't have to work on Sunday morning. So if it's a movie that I actually enjoy, I don't care. I'll stay up to 3:00 in the morning to finish that movie. You know what I mean? If I have to, I don't want to by any means. I'm just saying, if it comes down to it, I've done it multiple times.
I strongly suggest. I'm thinking of ending things.
I'll do it.
That movie's still in my brain.
I'll do it.
It's still there. The movie suggestion is Beacon Rewind, but there's still a hidden suggestion.
Yeah, always.
A subliminal suggestion of I'm thinking of ending things on Netflix by Charlie Kaufman. It's such a wild ride. It's just resonating in the brain space. So
That's
Jessica and I will do things and we'll be like, I'm thinking of ending things, like just like, oh boy, it's you'd understand once you get there, don't
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Be kind, rewind.
All right. I like it.
All right.
All right, guys.
You got anything for us?
I don't. I think we got everything out today.
Perfect.
We got everything out. Absolutely.
All right.
Visit triumphchairs.com.
Absolutely.
Get that. What's the promo code again?
That's going to be CKTAN Triumph. That gets you a 10% discount code.
Absolutely. I think you should do it.
And PlayStation 5 available November 12th.
Absolutely. Woo!
So, Xbox fans, eat it.
Yeah. Love it.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening and watching.
Yep. Thanks, guys.